They didn't recognize the man in the faded Broncos cap and khakis. Why would they? Federal Judge Jerome Holmes, worth $14 million owner of a mansion in Cherry Hills, had left his judicial robes at home that Saturday morning. Hey, my wonderful family and friends, I'm so excited to share today's story with you, and I'm thrilled to have you along for the ride. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to keep bringing you more amazing stories. If you're ready to dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from. I love connecting with all of you. And don't forget, tomorrow I'll have another story that's just as captivating, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. He slid into his modest 2018 Honda Accord, the car he kept for moments like this. A colleague's funeral, humble beginnings never forgotten. The Denver streets were quiet until the sirens erupted behind him. Jerome checked his speedometer, 32 in a 35 zone. His seatbelt clicked firmly across his chest. He pulled over on Colfax Avenue, hands visible on the wheel, a ritual every black man in America knew by heart. Sergeant Bradley Turner approached with a swagger that reeked of unchecked authority. Mid-40s, sunglasses hiding eyes that had seen too many people as less than human. His partner, Officer Davis, flanked the passenger side. License and registration, Turner barked. Jerome handed them over smoothly. May I ask why I was stopped, officer? Turner's lip curled. Speeding. 45 in a 35. My speedometer showed 32. You calling me a liar? Turner leaned into the window, breath sour with morning coffee. And that seatbelt's loose, real loose. Jerome's jaw tightened, but his voice remained level. It's fastened properly. Turner's smirk widened. He scribbled on his pad with theatrical slowness. Step out of the vehicle. On what grounds? Resisting a lawful order. Turner's hand moved to his belt. We're going to teach you a lesson in respect. Davis yanked the door open. Jerome stepped out, his 6'2", frame towering, but his hands remained open, non-threatening. Turner circled him like a predator. Tough guy, huh? Turner shoved Jerome's shoulder. You people always think you're special. Jerome's eyes burned, but he said nothing. He was memorizing everything. Badge numbers, names, the cruiser's dashboard camera blinking red. The millionaire judge had just become the perfect witness to his own case. Turner's hand gripped Jerome's arm, fingers digging into muscle. Move! He shoved Jerome toward the cruiser while Davis kicked the Honda's rear panel, a dent blooming on the silver paint. That's my property. Shut up. Turner slammed Jerome against the vehicle, metal hot against his cheek. Handcuffs bit into his wrists. The millionaire judge who'd sentenced criminals from a bench now wore their restraints. He breathed through the pain, cataloging every violation. The ride to the precinct was silent, except for Turner's radio chatter. Got another one, mouthy, needs processing. Inside Jefferson County Police Station, fluorescent lights hummed over cracked linoleum. The desk sergeant, a woman with tired eyes, barely looked up as Turner hauled Jerome past. The holding area reeked of desperation, sweat, urine, institutional neglect. Turner threw Jerome into a cell with two other men. One, weathered and 40-something, looked up. What'd they get you for? Jerome smiled faintly. Driving while black. The man snorted. Same as me 3 months ago. They fabricate everything here. I lost my job fighting charges that never existed. The other inmate, younger, nodded. Turner's the worst. Got a quota to fill, a hatred to feed. Jerome filed away their stories. Evidence. Living, breathing evidence. Hours crawled by. Through the bars, Jerome watched Turner swagger past with coffee, laughing with other officers. "That smart one in cell 3. We're booking him for resisting arrest, assaulting an officer too." "Did he touch you?" another cop asked. "Does it matter?" Turner grinned. "Here, evidence isn't brought. It's fabricated." What would you have done in Jerome's position? Revealed your identity immediately or stayed silent to expose the truth? Drop your thoughts below. Then Captain Cole Harrison appeared, mid-50s, silver-haired, with the bearing of someone who'd seen too much and chosen to still care. He studied Jerome through the bars, the perfect posture, the calm eyes, the absence of panic. "Turner," Harrison called out, "who authorized this arrest?" "I did, Captain. Standard procedure." Harrison's gaze never left Jerome. Something was wrong. This man didn't fit the profile of the usual victims Turner paraded through. This man looked like he was waiting for something. "Isolate him," Harrison ordered. "Different cell." Turner's confidence flickered. "Why?" "Because I said so." 20 minutes later, the station doors burst open. A convoy of black SUVs surrounded the building. Men in dark suits, FBI badges glinting, flooded the entrance. The U.S. Attorney General strode in, flanked by federal marshals. Turner's face drained of color. What's going on?" Harrison stepped forward, a file in his hands. Thick, damning, years in the making. "Sergeant Turner, meet the man you just arrested." The Attorney General's voice cut through the chaos. "Your Honor, Judge Jerome Holmes, Federal Court for Denver, Colorado." The silence was deafening. Jerome emerged from the cell, wrists still marked from the cuffs. His smile was ice. "Sergeant Turner, thank you for the comprehensive demonstration of corruption." Turner stumbled backward. I didn't know. I filed my retirement papers." "Checked this morning," Harrison said flatly. "Still active, still accountable." "It wasn't just me." Turner's voice cracked, desperate. "Half the officers here are involved. The sheriff, prosecutors, everyone." The millionaire judge stepped closer, voice quiet but devastating. "I know. I've been building this case for 2 years. Today, I became the evidence." FBI agents moved swiftly. 30 officers arrested within hours. Turner, 8 deputies, 2 prosecutors, all in handcuffs they'd once wielded as weapons. Outside, CNN cameras broadcast live as residents emerged from decades of silence, finally free to speak their truth. Jerome Holmes watched from the precinct steps, the weight of his robes invisible but present. He hadn't used his privilege to escape injustice. He'd surrendered it to expose the system. Justice, he'd learned, sometimes requires becoming the very person the system was designed to destroy, and then rebuilding it from the ashes. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. There are plenty more amazing stories coming your way, so don't stop here. Just click on the video showing on your screen and keep watching. I'll see you there.